So although they do feed on the same thing, they're certainly not really having to compete that much. And with 100 buffalo around you, you sort of feel insignificant as a lonely hippo out the water. The rest of them are in the water enjoying a coolness before they head out tonight and go and do their feeding. But this hippo is just, I'm watching him quite closely when all these buffalo walk past him, and he sort of looks up a little bit and looks at them, sort of opens his mouth a little bit. There he goes, a little bit again. Generally the opening of the mouth is seen as a bit of a, oh, there we go, mom and calf not welcome near a hippo. It's obviously needing his space. Remember folks, we are coming to you live from Djuma Game Reserve, South Africa. We're watching these buffalo, and you are getting it as we see it. My name is Jared. I'll be presenting and guiding the Afke drive. We've got Herman on camera, Mark, sorry, in final control, and a guest with us. We have Afke on the drive with us this afternoon. She's learning the ropes, and apparently she's enjoying it. Fantastic sight. Let's see what this hippo does. These buffalo bulls will certainly be more. Ooh, look! Ooh, you see that? Look at this. The buffalo bull is standing his ground. This hippo is threatening with an open mouth. But I've got a feeling with all the buffalo coming down, this hippo is going to be out of his depth here, like a fish out of water. Or the buffalo is like, well, this is pish posh. I'm going to move on. How about that? A bit of interaction between hippo and buffalo. Of course, they won't really come to blows. That hippo is pretty close to the same size as to that buffalo. That buffalo having some decent set of horns. Look at this. Look at this. This is my water. Good afternoon, for Jared here from Safari TV. Got Makulu Hlambi and Yati here at Buffelshoek Dam. Going to be following up on the Ngunyam from this morning. Any ideas where they are?
Ngunyam from this morning, and I found a track. They went into a Beverly site, and then from there I didn't follow much because I had to go back to the camp. Next one, and they tried and pull out there, but I didn't hear nothing from there.
Okay, copy that. Confirm you saw the Makulu Hlaminyati at Gari Dam, and then this Makulu Hlaminyati are heading east towards Cheetah Cutline, Buffelshoek Cutline Junction.
Okay, so we're saying today. Any signs of Ndlovu?
Negative, we're also looking for Ndlovu as well.
Okay, there was a couple of herds that crossed head down 3 on them side, but I just saw the tracks when I went to the village there, so 11 or so, 11 o'clock.
Okay, copy that. I'll have a look maybe a bit later. Thanks. Alrighty. Fantastic. So apparently Ephraim tried to follow earlier this morning, and Andrew's saying that he had a track heading up into Buffelshoek. We'll go around anyway, and we'll go into Buffelshoek Cutline to see if they've made their way, or they are relatively close. So we'll see, and we'll get to see and go move past this large herd of buffalo. Fantastic. All the oxpeckers, red-billed, certainly be looking amongst these large herds of buffalo for the yellow-billed oxpecker, which is quite rare. Yellow-billed oxpecker is often occurring to Mawati and only exclusively pretty much on the buffalo herds. Not on any of the other herbivores too much. And the hippo is now lonely. There's a little inlet there. What a fantastic sight. Hello, Christy. Christy's just asking, is that croc not around because the hippo have come around? Very similar to that of if sharks are around, they move off when dolphins are near. Certainly, Christy, this crocodile has now been away for about a month and a half to 2 months now. And the crocodile left before the hippo arrived. So it would seem that just as it started getting cold, that this crocodile had gone off. So it's possible that the crocodile has gone into a torpor, is hibernating through the winter months. Or it could have been that he's moved off to another dam. You know, I can't say for sure why it left or why we're not seeing it. Could be either or. But certainly I've seen crocodile and hippo, well, coexist, yes. Although they give each other enough space. So, and the Buffelshoek Dam is big enough to sustain 6 or 7 hippo and 1 crocodile. The crocodile doesn't have to compete with other crocodiles for food. Hello, Mr. Duggar boy. Got a buffalo bull here sitting right next to the road. He will not let us go past without standing up, so we'll just approach very slowly. Just watch him for a second. He's busy ruminating, so he shuts down the brain a little bit as he does this. So Christy, yeah, it's a bit difficult to say that he's completely avoided the area because he did exist with the hippo for a while. So I don't believe that he's gone just because the hippo are there. He's either gone into a torpor and he's hibernating somewhere in a bank here at Buffelshoek Dam, or he's made his way to another dam somewhere. Ooh. Good afternoon, 4. 1 Makulu Slami Nyati Gari Dam. Another Makulu Slami Nyati heading east from Buffelshoek Dam towards Cheetah Katlan, Buffelshoek Junction, Katlan. Okay. Okay. Mark, okay, go with it. Hi there, Peggy. Peggy's asking, do hippo get on with other animals? Since we just saw, well, it's not that like they don't get on, but well, they do get on. They just realize that they don't have to compete, so they coexist. But do they coexist with other animals? Yeah, most other herbivores, what I've seen. Of course, predators do not mix with prey. So buffalo and hippo would both exist quite happily with other species. I've seen it, especially with large herds of buffalo and other species congregating around. And I've also seen hippo move amongst other species as well. So they all pretty much coexist as long as they don't have to compete with each other or they don't occupy a similar niche. And certainly they will not be hanging around with each other. But there we just saw that that hippo was, of course, just being a hippo, and buffaloes being all around him. He obviously just felt a little bit that he was engulfed with too much buffalo, and he just decided, right, I'm going to open my mouth and just let everyone know who is the boss here still. And then Afke, Peggy's asking if the crocodile is fatty.
No, I don't think Fatty walked that far.
So Peggy, Afke says no, she doesn't think Fatty walked that far. So I'm going to have to try move past this buffalo. He is going to stand up. There's no way, his head is almost in the road, so we're going to have to move very slowly past him. And I do apologize, I can't go off-road to the right here, there's just too thick here. So I'm going to have to move past. I'm sorry, Mr. Buffalo. He looks at yes, I'm talking about you. Just going to move very slowly. Okay.
Hello, mister.
How long would hippos survive out of water? That's from Kashmira. Hello, Kashmira. And crocodiles. Well, they both have the ability, both crocodile and hippo, to stay out of water for quite lengthy periods. Crocodile, during a hibernation, is certainly able to, they dig these sort of natural hollows, or dig these hollows in banks, and so that can happen all through winter, so this can last for months. Hippos, there was a hippo that I think in the 80s in South Africa, called Betty, and she walked the whole of the east coast, well, quite a big portion of the east coast, walking through cities and towns and what have you. She seemed to be okay, and then obviously stopping off in pools of water that she found. But as long as they... good afternoon, Jane. It's Jared here from Safari TV. An update of a large herd of buffalo around Gowrie Dam. Another large herd of buffalo around Buffelshoek Dam. They're now slowly mobile in an easterly direction towards Cheetah Cutline.
Thank you.
To give an exact sort of time and date and what have you, Kashmir, it's almost impossible. I'm sure there are crocs and hippos that have spent much longer out because of necessity. I know there's a time when hippo, during parts, I remember seeing a documentary where I think it was in Luangwa, where parts of the Luangwa dried up and there were thousands of hippos marooned on the banks, and they had to do this through the whole dry period. So as long as they are able to sort of stay out of the hot sun, and obviously during winter it's not that hot, so they don't really have to worry about the sun that much, but certainly during summer when it is way too hot, they're going to certainly need to be making their way to water every day. Well, this buffalo has not moved. I'm very surprised. We'll see what he's going to do when I...
Just give me a sec.
Okay. So for what was that, Nyamazan?
I don't know.
Confirm, where is that?
Inside Buffelshoek, south of Galago.
Copy, thanks.
Okay.
There is an elephant, but he's in Buffelshoek. So he's not here. So it's not the same. It's not in Western Gowrie.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, how about that? I've never had a buffalo that close before. Well, fantastic. Nice. So buffalo was just unbelievably chill. Whether he was just too lazy to get up through his ruminating, or whether he was just, well, I'm this big old buffalo bull, you don't scare me at all. Just getting updates here. I was hoping that the heat would come down, but it's heading north actually. So we're not going to get to see it. Alrighty. Well, no one's really expressed any sort of interest in looking for those lions. It's very odd. Very odd indeed. Afke, well, who is this this crocodile named Fatty?
Fatty is the crocodile that lived at Pete's Ponds for a few years.
Okay.
And he left, or she left, a year and a half ago during rainy season and never came back.
Okay. Yeah, somehow I don't think that would be Pete's Pond to here. How many k's do you reckon that is? Straight line. Well, I don't think crocodiles have passports, so I don't know if he was able to cross the border. But anyway, how far do you reckon that is? It's a good... No, more than 800 from here. I mean, from here to Johannesburg is 450. No, but you're going... What's the closest town to Pete's Pond? Okay, the nearest large well-known town. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's not that far. But still, 800 k's is quite far. And this was a male.
Oh, we don't know.
Oh.
And I'm not going to check.
There's the buffalo. They're going to go down. They're on the fire break. That's just parallel with buffalo cut lines right here. Wow, everyone's coming out. They're coming out late. Everyone enjoys their high tea far too much to come out on safari. Hello Amanda from Kentucky. Amanda's been watching for about a week or so. She's completely hooked. I like that. And she just has asked whether we drive. Are there safaris in the rain? No, we do not drive in the rain. Unfortunately, Amanda, with the equipment that we have on the vehicle, that if it had to get slightly a little bit wet, we would have a big explosion on this vehicle. So as soon as there are any signs of any form of precipitation that might damage this equipment, we head back to camp. So during rain, which our rainy season is in summer, there are days when we do not go out, and we chat in Final Control, and we do a safari from Final Control and use the waterhole camera. Nice to have you with us, Amanda. I'm glad that you're hooked. Getting to see these buffalo are awesome. A lot of them are coming through. Looks like they're now changing direction. They're heading more north. They're going to cross over. Just going to update.
Okay, cool, thanks. So when you see them, they were leopards?
Yeah, with leopards, the camping yard was heading towards $1,000.
Okay, so we thank you.
Okay. Hi there, Destily. Very unusual name. Never heard of that. The way that is spelt. Destily. Destily is just asking about the roads. Look rather nice. Yes, they are. But during the rains, yes, you're quite right. They do lose their condition, of course, with, well, especially with the hills. You get a lot of sheet erosion, which a lot of that topsoil gets washed down. And although we have these humps, or what we call bolsters, it does occur that we do get dongers and corrugation and what have you. And with a lot of clay soils, it gets even worse. And if you drive over a clay soil when wet, it pretty much digs itself in. And I've never been stuck in the mud, per se, but it is certainly very possible to. And going off-road is a big no-no. You will do permanent damage to the bush if it is wet, and you start driving in with a heavy 2.5-ton vehicle and you start plowing your way through this clay and vegetation, you're going to cause some major damage. So these roads, at the moment, they're being graded. A tractor pulls a blade over them, so it pulls it smooth. So and definitely it sort of generally keeps them at a certain level, which is good. And we try and maintain them as best as we can. Well, we don't as Safari TV, but the management of Juma certainly do. I'm going to try and pull a little bit forward. Try and pull a little bit forward so we can actually see them in this drainage here. Stations this Hlambi and Yati at Buffelshoek Dam have changed direction. They're now heading northeast towards that top corner of Buffelshoek cut line, Cheetah cut line. The best possible visual is on the fire break, just sort of north of the dam at the moment. Right, we're in the middle of a buffalo herd. Oh wow, they're everywhere. This is fantastic. Are you okay? I think you're not too... Look. No, I know. So I'm just used to with guests, and sometimes, you know, guests not feeling too great being amongst all these animals and what have you. You okay? Okay, that's a big smile. You're fine. This one's lost its tail. You want me to turn him? You're right. It's a bit difficult when you've got them at about 200 degrees, maybe even more, 300 degrees around the vehicle here. Wow, this is spectacular. Few old buffalo bulls mixing in with females, young males, their calves, and it's these dugger boys that eventually cannot keep up with the herd and their movements, and they eventually get left behind. They're too old and too slow to keep up, hence why you often see small little bachelor groups sticking around water points, mud wallows. Oh, don't chase a calf off. What are you doing? That's a young bull, that's why. Young bulls asserting his dominance over a young calf, not more than about 2 months old. 2 or 3 months. Okay. Look for oxpecker. Hi there, Judy. Judy just asked that part on the head is made of hair on these buffalo. Well, these are not water buffalo, Judy. These are Cape buffalo, very different species. Certainly the water buffalo being a domesticated species and is used for a lot of other purposes in farming, where Cape buffalo is certainly not. Cape buffalo, a very dangerous creature. But yes, the horn matter that you see on top of the head, what we call the boss, is made of keratin, or horny matter, which is compressed hair, the same as your fingernails. And then below that, this keratin is almost like a sock that fits over the same form, but is a bony underlying layer. So it is extremely hard. It's a bony honeycomb sort of structure, and is extremely hard. Males, it's also one of the ways in which to distinguish the male with female. Males have got a much thicker set, because they will use them to... Oh, this one's broken his horn behind us here. Males will use them to fight amongst each other for mating rights over females, where females will only use the horns really for protection with the youngsters and what have you. So they're not really, don't need to be really thick and heavy. They do need to be sharpened and what have you, which they are. Wow, this is magic. Look at this right here. Right here. This is fantastic stuff. Buffalo herd doesn't get any better than this. Just start bellowing like a cow, or like a buffalo. All busy feeding. This one definitely. Ears are pointing in this direction. What is that?
It's your mother.
A good, I'd say there are more than 100 buffalo here. And just from what we saw earlier, just at the dam, there were about 100 in the front, but this whole massive body is moving now. Certainly over 100. Wow, look at this cow. She is, wow, we need to get a picture of that. Did you bring your camera up?
No.
Oh no! Oh no. She is huge. Her horn spread was massive. Wow, this is also one of the closest I've ever been to buffalo. This is incredible. And if these lions were here, this would be an opportunity that they would take, that they should take. And the fact that these buffalo are completely calm, they haven't picked up any scent of any predator, I believe that these lions have moved on. But with these buffaloes making as much sound and the smell that they give off, lions will certainly know that they're in the area. Maybe they will, once they've crossed over the cut line, they might follow tonight. They'll be trying to take one of these younger calves, an easier target, rather than a full-sized cow or bull. This is what I wanted to do with that buffalo herd at Gowrie Dam, but I'll gladly take this. Okay. Hi there, Ellen. Ellen just asking, is Djuma Game Reserve fenced in? And if so, or if not, is it possible that these animals will be there pretty much all the time, just in the sort of surrounding areas? Absolutely. Ellen, Djuma Game Reserve is completely open to other properties. So we've got Buffelshoek literally about 80 meters away from us here. In our north, to our east, we've got Torchwood. To our west, we've got Simbambili?
Yeah.
Simbambili to our west, and in our south we've got Arethusa, Chitwa, So it is all open. The Sabi Sands is open to the Kruger National Park. There are other prides of lions and leopards that we don't really get to see. So we don't, although the other properties we do get to hear about them. But Karula and the boys, yeah, they move about their territory. It's just that, for instance, Karula, it just is that Voyatela is pretty much the center of your territory, so we get to see her and the two boys' movements quite a bit. But they certainly do move out of the area, and absolutely there are other prides, other leopards. Like I said earlier, I saw a large male leopard last night on our way home in Buffelshoek. Have no idea who he was. Don't even know if it's a leopard that comes down this far to Western Gowrie. Ephraim, confirm were those Ngala, Lila and Buffelshoek, or were they still in Western Gowrie? Confirm those Ngala, were they Lila in Buffelshoek or were they still on Western Gowrie side?
I'm making my way there. This morning I left into Australia and no, from
Right.
not too far from the boundary.
Okay, copy that. Well, if that's the case, then these Nyati are pretty much in that exact same place that you're talking about.
Because this morning when I left those three Ngala, those Nyati was heading towards those Ngala. Must be something Ngala is moved somewhere.
Yeah, it's affirmative. Copy that, thanks. Alright. Copy. Alrighty. Well, I need to do a bit of a turnabout here. We're good to go.
You sick? Okay.
I might actually just, instead of going back, I'll just make our way through here. The road's right here. Got the road right here, so instead of having to backtrack through the herd and cause a bit of disruption, we'll just head right onto the road. Apparently Ephraim left those lions just lying on Buffelshoek side, so just north of the road, but apparently not very far. And if that's the case and they're still around, then this buffalo apparently might have chased them off somewhere. So Ephraim's going to make his way here, and he'll let us know if he finds them. He'll certainly be not too far to be able to respond if he does. Cheryl wants to know, Afke, why you never measured Fatty the crocodile.
Because I'm not that crazy.
Cheryl, because Afke says she's not that crazy. And I can imagine why. How big was it about?
2.5 meters.
Oh, it's not that. It's not that big. You could have grabbed it by the neck. Just to
No, that's
Alright. Great sighting. Actually maybe want to head down because apparently here comes Ephraim now. There might be an elephant heading down towards Gowrie main area. Okay, so Ephraim's just gone off the road quickly to go and have a look for the lions. They literally are about 40 meters from these lions, from these buffalo.
On that Portwood Road, the boundary there, what's the road called? I think it's the one that's north of Chima Old Entrance. Chitto Entrance. The Chitto Old Entrance or the Bam Lanini?
Someone's just found a leopard down in Gary, Maine.
Not housing. Okay, thanks very much, Calvin, and yeah. I'm a little bit far now from it here. I'll have to go and check out this. So just confirm it's Chitto Entrance, huh? No, that goes to Torchwood between the two farms, between where it's set on Torchwood. Okay, copy, my two Cheetah Cutline. I'm on that drive now. I think I'll have to check it out. Thanks very much.
Cheetah Cutline's just here. One of Cheetah Cutline. Yeah, station with it, Ingrid. I'm about to turn onto Cheetah Cutline from Buffalo Cutline. I'd like to make my way to your position, please. Fantastic. So I've just heard about a female leopard on Cheetah Cutline. Fantastic. Wow, this could be a great possibility here. Hi there, Destiny. Destiny's asking an interesting question. She's asking, what is the easiest way to tell between a male and female hippo besides the obvious? Destiny, that's the thing with hippo. There is no obvious to see. They have internal testes, and you do not see the penis sheath very easily because they've got very short, stubby legs. You do not see any of that. So the clear way to be able to see it is coloration and size. Coloration on the head when a hippo is in water. Hippo female is going to have a lot more pink around the ears, eyes and nostrils, where the hippo bull is going to be very grey and large on the head compared to that of the female. And then of course hippo bulls are quite a bit larger than that of the females. So there is no obvious way with the hippos there, Destiny. Right, we're heading south on Cheetah Cutline, folks, and hopefully this female leopard doesn't turn off to our... That means she's going into Torchwood, so we hope that she's coming up and she can go anywhere west. I don't mind anywhere. We'll get to see a female leopard, not sure who it is. Might be Karula, or it might be either Saseka or Tingana, I'm not sure. I've seen Saseka down here before. I've also seen Karula down here before. So hold thumbs, let's see. Feel the temperature drop already, eh? The Hermeister, who is apparently, he comes from Cape Town, so Herman says that he deals on cold. He's put a sleeveless pullover on, and I haven't even put anything on yet. It's sleeveless. While all of us are shivering with 4 jackets on, Herman's sitting in shorts and shirt. And he's like, oh, but I come from Cape Town.
Must make drive north. Oh, where are you coming off? Gary Lane? Yeah, 2 minutes. So go along Gary cut line and we're about, I don't know, 50 meters, 100 meters. Yeah, about 50 meters. Okay.
It's turning out to be a cracker of a drive. Beautiful buffalo sighting there. Amazing closeness. It was a full sensory experience. Smells, sights and sounds. Of course you're not going to taste them. And we're not going to feel them either. Enjoy that, Afke?
Yes.
Enjoyed it, eh? Good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yes. Okay. Come past Goodwood Road. Can I get your video, please? Stand by. Okay. Yeah, carry on. So I'm losing about...
Apparently just in the picture there you can see on the corner the rest of the buffalo crossing the dam wall in the sun. Apparently a beautiful sight there. Enjoy it. Loads of buffalo on Western Gari at the moment. Wow. It happens in waves. Comes and goes. I'm hoping the elephants are going to be like that. Just before we left, that's exactly what was happening. Elephants would come for a week or so and it would be hundreds. After we had one day where 7 different breeding herds came down to Gari Dam. We had hundreds. Yeah. I'm hoping that happens again.
Richmond Card, headed over to Andrew Weather, following us now. Not too far off the cut line. Hi guys. Thanks, so I'm just going to turn to go and then I'll come see you guys. Yes, and Jimmy, I'm from there, to the nice side to you then. You find out. I'm just going to come to and see the car.
Johnny, come back.
So yeah, guys.
Confirm that's east or west of Cheetah Cliff.
Sounds like you're inside, huh?
Confirm she doesn't look like she's going to come west to Western Gari.
I'm not on the left yet.
Come with that, I'll stand by on Cheetah Cutler and see if we can get a glimpse of it. Shucks. She's on the eastern side. Apparently she's not far. So we'll just sort of wait to see.
Let's go down to the there. You know, on the cut line, the middle that cut off. Now basically from the line. So heading towards the cut line. Okay, I'll go down to the line. I'll go back up around to
Apparently she's now changed direction. She's turning east towards us. Goodness. She must come on. She must come down. We're not far. We're about 2 minutes away. Come on, girl. Come this way. Hello, Becky. And Becky would like to know, which Becky, it's quite a common question that a lot of people ask, and that is, has there ever been an incident where an animal has attacked the safari crew out in the bush? Well, we're all still here, so obviously not a successful encounter from the animal's point of view. Certainly we do get a bit of interest from certain animals, most of the time from things like an elephant bull in must. Things like that, you know, when they are more aggressive than usual. That's pretty much most of the aggression we ever get. Never really attacked, have the vehicle sort of turned over or what have you. So Becky, not really. You can go many years without being challenged. Of course, if you stay away from elephant bulls in must, that's a good part of it. Sometimes you do get female elephants that, with youngsters, possibly a matriarch just wants to assert her dominance, and if you just get a bit too close, she'll just come and give you a bit of a mock charge or a warning charge. Never anything too serious. Okay, so we've got to start looking out here on our left hand side. Let's see. We'll wait for Johnny to indicate to us where she is. Long one. We'll see what he says. And we'll see what he does.
Hi.
How's it? Pop up at the photo spot, eh?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. We'll follow him in. You're going to get a leopard on your first drive after this. Afke, you have proven to be a worthwhile accomplice.
It's not an elephant yet.
The day is not over yet. Okay, so she is within Western Gowrie, and she's making her way up towards the drink spot on it's Leadwood. So let's see, let's hope so. It's like Battalier Eagles. Yeah, there's a pair that are nesting here. I think they've got one young with them. Okay, we are here at what we call the Pooza spot, or the drink spot. We'll hope that she joins us.
It looks like she's looking around in the ground. Maybe she got scent of another ingwe trying and looking around here, but slowly. She's not moving really serious north. She kind of like slowly and turn around and stop for a while.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you all heard that she's slowly making her way here. But don't know how far she is from Leadwood. It's from here to Gowrie Main. You gotta cross over that drainage line.
Andrew, from the Puzza spot, how far are you to the south? She's still quite Kashan, I think, but now she's mobile again, so just wait there. I'll tell you where to go if you need more, if you need to go more west along that road, Midwood Road, I'll let you know.
Okay, so
Shot, thanks, Wood.
we'll just stand by here. She's on the move again. See if we can spot either that or we'll hear the vehicle coming. And we'll see what we can do. What a nice setting. Sun setting. Probably got another 20 minutes or so. 15-20 minutes of sun.
Calvin got an Ingwe here, a Karula. She's now approaching, she's in the middle of the block, but she's slowly moving north, approaching the Leadwood Road from Pisikai side, the Catline side.
I think that's a bit further.
Okay, how many more over there?
Just gonna move. I think that she heads directly north of that hyena den. It's gonna come out just a bit west of here. It's gonna head a bit west.
Along the Leadwood Road. The shot right there come self-employed on the road over here, coming behind.
Somewhere around close to here. Apparently she crossed over from an old hyena den where the sticks pod was seen lying on top of the den not that long ago, probably about a month ago I think it was. Hear them a bit. Remember guys, we are coming to you live. This is Safari TV.
And you see on your left hand side, she's up on a little mound there. Awesome, thanks, Grog. I'll just stand by here for one.
We are coming to you live. My name is Jared. This has been the afternoon safari. Got Herman on camera this afternoon, and we've got Mark in final control.
Directly north now.
And apparently Karula's not far from us. We are waiting to see her come through. Can you see Andrew's vehicle there? Still trying to find where the other vehicle is. There we go. Okay, we have a visual. Alright. The vehicle is coming generally this direction, so we'll see. Don't know what it's like north of this. If you have any questions for us, please email them through to finalcontrol@safari.tv. We'd love to hear from you as we wait for this beautiful female leopard Karula to make her way through towards Leadwood Road and us.
Andrew, I think I must get a little bit more east again. I need to turn around more. Just stand by there on the road, coming north straight away.
Okay, right there. I see the vehicle straight through there.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for the treehouse there.
Okay, so we've got to go back. So who is it from, Mark? Hi there, Bets. Bets is just asking, what is the gestation of a buffalo? It's a bit of a difficult turning around. Bets, the gestation of a buffalo, I'm going to think about this one. Probably looking at about 9 months or so. But, no, I think, wow, 9 or 10 months. Okay, gotta get used to this larger vehicle compared to the old Jigger. Could be 11 months. Try and remember these things. It's either 9, 10 or 11. It's one of those three. Where is that vehicle? Okay, let's go in. This waiting for her looks like she spend a bit of time moving around. We're going to go in and see if we can get a good glimpse of her. Somewhere here. Oh, here she is. Wow, we've got her. She's right here. Yeah, she's right next to our vehicle here on our right.
Somewhere there where Jay is. So I'll step back up onto the rod.
Fantastic stuff. There's Karula. Beautiful female leopard. Okay, I'm going to turn around. Looks like she's been marking a little bit. Her gland in the neck looks quite dirty. Relatively small leopard as leopards go. Female's only getting to about 40-60 kilos. Obviously male's getting to about another 20 kilos on top of that, 80 kilos. That's a big leopard. She's looking a bit on the thin side. I wonder when last she ate. She would be looking to hunt at some stage. Know that this particular road was the first time I got to see Saseka marking on this particular acacia here. We'll see if she moves up to that acacia. I'll have to move. Marking over. Keeping in mind, remember that female territories do overlap, and Saseka being Karula's part of the second litter. Certainly looks like she's picking up scent of her daughter. When last she was here, we don't know. She needs to relax. She needs to lie down right there. If she heads north, it's going to be very difficult to keep up. Have a look at the tail. Look at that. That shows interest. There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. Remember, I was looking at cats. Tail is one of the first points to look at emotion that that cat is going through. That side to side slow wag is point of interest, see something. And of course with our eyesight we see nothing. But with a leopard's eyesight, and amazing eyesight at that, she spots a bit of movement, possibly an antelope in the distance. Looks like she might want to hunt at some stage. Stopping to have a bit of a bath. Now if she were to do that licking that you see her doing on her fur to our skin, with that tongue as rough as what it is, and the force and pressure that they do it with, that tongue would literally peel the skin off our bodies. How fantastic is this? Very cool, eh? Where are you going? And she's moving back. What's on her mind? Has she seen something and she's gonna inadvertently sort of move around to get to see and go for it? She moved off.
Maybe get one more shot.
No, we're gonna go. Go. Right, we'll follow her for as long as she allows us to. She stays on the road, or whether she cuts off and heads into some thick bush. We are in an area, we're on Leopard Road heading west. There's a drainage line that runs to the south of us, quite close to Gowrie Main. She's marking her territory again. No, don't go off, please. Oh no. You see her still?
About 0.5.
I'm gonna go around here. Folks, we're gonna try to keep up with her. It is very difficult in here. We'll certainly give it our best shot. You can still see her there. Careful on your side there. Mafazi Ingwe has crossed over Leadwood north. She's heading towards that other drainage line. It's just myself at the moment. I don't see anyone else around me.
Okay, copy. Thanks, yeah.
Retro engine spraying.
I like to make more for those England for.
Okay, I'm gonna try and follow her as best as I can. She's heading into some very thick area, but I'll follow her as best as I can.
Okay, come and take them.
Just want to stop and wait to see where she goes. Pretty sure she spotted something here.
If I'll like to respond to that in Dallas. How many stations are there?
Okay, I'm going to have to go around.
Cool.
Oh, one more batch. Okay, thank you.
She's just stopped. She's definitely stalking something. You can't see what it is. Just gonna let her do what she needs to do and get her space. She's frozen in this position. Okay, whatever it is. Still, we haven't seen a thing. Okay, now she's going around. Okay, so now she's fine. Nathan and Joshua are asking how old is Karula? Guys, she's about just over 6 years old. Just over 6 years old. 6 and a bit. What is it that she was looking at? Oh.
You're not going to be able to follow through scuba.
Yeah.
Being in this one, it's
Intense. Yeah, folks, as soon as she heads down, unfortunately that's as far as we can go. Unless there's a clear...
So I can just get one more shot like that.
Yeah, no, that's just a bit much. No, I've been in...
Black screen still.
Okay, we're back. Alright. This, she's just stopped on the edge of the drainage here. I'm just trying to see. This bank actually doesn't look that bad, hey?
No, I was further up. This is still actually not too bad.
Yeah, this is still followable. Still looking around. sitting at a bit of an angle here. There she goes. Fingers crossing that drainage line north of Leadwood. I'll see if I can get in there.
It's rock and roll.
See, attack this bank straight on. See if you guys can just keep an eye on her. Let's try and make our way down here. Hold it, here we go. No, it's a spur file. Oh, here she is in front of us.
Good job.
Right in front of us. Sure, that bank wasn't so bad. There's a few bit of branches, what have you, but it wasn't so bad. Well, hope you guys brought your jackets because we're going to be out here for a while.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark in Final Control. Well, Karula's finally taken us into an area where we're getting a bit of a broken signal, and I'm sure as soon as things stabilize, we'll try and get back to the vehicle in no time. I'm seeing a picture coming through from Jared now. I'll just put a picture in picture for you. It's breaking up a little bit. Got a really nice sunset happening at Gowrie Dam. The buffalo have all moved off. So I'm just going to wait until we get sound back from the jigger. We'll be joining them shortly. Hope you're going to be patient with us for now. Other than that, hi everybody in chats. I am trying to follow chats, and I see there are a good few emails got to come through about leopard and stuff. I will get them through to Jared as soon as we get back into the signal area. And also, I noticed there are a couple of us here from Benoni. Just hello to all the Benoni people. Funny how we disperse all around the world. Someone should do a book about the diaspora of Benonians. Diaspora. Anyways. Getting back to the jigger, enjoy the rest of the drive.
Yeah. All right. All right, we're still with her, and it is becoming increasingly more and more difficult here. I suppose she carries on in the direction she's going. We are going to lose her relatively soon. I'm going to have to turn around here.
Yeah,
Okay.
turn it around.
Hold on, see everything. turn around and head out. As we go.
Surrounded by thick shrubs.
Okay. Alright, well, let's we can. If I can cut across here. Put a land foot through. It's acacia. Knew I'll go through the. Confirm you with us, Mark? Okay. Big Land Rover. This Mafazi Ingwe north, she's crossed the second drainage. I'm not going to be able to follow. She's probably now about a kilometre north of Leadwood. We're probably about 200-300 metres west of the Pooza spot. So I'm not sure exactly where that is in line of, but that's where we last got visual of it. Where did we come through there? Luton Kombi to that book. What's your position?
Yeah, there's no pipeline near the public.
Copy, thanks. Somewhere.
Try that, Joe.
I think we came.
Those are the big trees. We definitely came on the right hand side of
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Bit of a workout.
Yeah, go for it. Go over here.
Go straight here.
Yeah, we can go. That's a negative. Lost her about a kilometre north of Leadwood with the Pooza site. It's virtually impossible. She crossed the second drainage.
No, it's very good. Yes, like okay, you're coming back to the stop.
That's affirmative.
Okay, I'm going to check with the other just making sure that you didn't have the English coming back to the stop.
Yeah, that's negative. You're good to go.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks,
Right, everyone good. You alright, yeah? That was an adventure of note. We got to see her at least for a little bit. We'll check the vehicle once we get back onto the road. find Leadwood Road. I don't think it's too far, I think it's just in front of us here. Not too far. This is interesting. Yeah, it's just a quarry, so no harm, just stay left. Be careful the right. Should be about 30-40 meters from the road now. Road should be here. There we go. That was intense. Right, let me just put it back into and have a look at the vehicle quickly. Gonna do a quick walk around. Looks all good. Looks all good.
Good job.
That's a firm F. I've just got onto Leadwood, confirm I turn onto Cheetah cut line and then the fire brake parallel with Gary Main.
Towards Gary Bellucci cut line.
Copy that.
Example, I listen to some common point. I don't think it's somewhere anywhere, please. That's in the start, right? Like you're heading north, just give me an identity card.
Yeah. Copy, thanks. No problem. Alrighty. Go with some questions then, Mike, if you like. Hi there, Paddy. Paddy's just asking, should we see leopards in trees? Do lions climb trees? Yes, they are capable of climbing trees, but because of their heavy weight, it's not the climbing trees that is the bad thing. It's about getting back down. That's the issue. I just apologise for moving past. Sorry. Look at who's that?
Big shredding,
Just bypassing Greg and his Hooser stop and his guests. And Paddy, yes, the thing is with lion, I've seen them steal leopard kills before. They've got to be obviously low enough, and the tree obviously is not going to have to be very thin. It's got to be able to sustain the weight of a large lion. But it's not. You do not see tree climbing lions that often though. But it does happen. It does happen. I think I've only seen it once or twice in my time of guarding. I need to put a jacket on. Getting chilly, the sun is set. Oh. Beautiful skies to the west. So Afke, what do you think of? I mean, we've had a cracker of a drive with beautiful buffalo sighting and getting to see Karula. What is your impression of the Sabi sand bush so far? Or just I know it hasn't been that lot, but what do you think so far?
Beautiful. Being so close to buffalo and leopards is magic.
Nice, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Sure, for Sapilando.
Number 1 boss.
Sure. Hey, that my father's if get jam for this my name is my cool flatty.
Hey, but you think it's a Karula or is this a Tandy?
No, it's Karula.
It's a Karula.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I think for the cut method is rather than Ghana.
Is it?
Yeah, then Ghana is blocked by the Ghana.
Is it taller from the Ndela though? Because we can't farm it more.
Yeah, I think I hear like often I say the Ghana is moving more west. I think they like to cross the market.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. For
Thanks.
Thanks, bud.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye. A gentleman Ephraim that I worked with as well about 7 years ago. How's that for a small world, eh? Okay, I'll give it to you. Okay. Afke, Paddy Mulligan is asking you, have you ever been that close to leopard before? Yes, she has. Paddy, where was that? Was it at
Mashatu.
At Mashatu, yeah. Leopard there is, it's not as common as the Sabi sands, but you do get the odd leopard there.
They have regular sightings.
Okay. There we go, Paddy. So apparently there are regular sightings in Mashatu where Afke comes from. So yeah, that was pretty close. I mean, closest she got to the front of the vehicle there was probably about 4 foot. That's pretty close. Not quite just yet for the spotlight. Apparently the lions are heading west from where they were seen, and apparently they are just north of Buffelsokatlan, so we'll go back up towards Buffelsokatlan, and in the chance that they decide to cross towards the dam, you never know, we might get to see them, so we'll go and have a look. As Afke says, she just said now the bats are out. There are a few insects out and about at the moment, so the bats are thriving still. Quite a few bats. These are the bats that belong to the group, the Microchiroptera, Microchiroptera. These are the smaller insect-eating bats, and then the other group is the Megachiroptera, or Megachiroptera, which are the fruit-eating bats. These are the larger bats that look more like foxes, those elongated faces. They do not use echolocation. They use eyesight and sense of smell to find their fruit, where the Microchiroptera will flying out. You always hear these high-pitched sounds that they give off, echolocation. Of course, that sound they give out then bounces off any prey that is close by, whether it's a moth or something else flying around. Bounces back, and with those large ears and often these leaf sort of noses, pick up that reflection back and signal. Hello Winnie, all the way from Germany. And Winnie would like to know, why didn't that leopard Karula run away from the loud noise of the car? Well, Winnie, Karula's been around, we've been around Karula as long as we've been here. So she is very habituated. Habituated meaning the process of the animal relaxing and getting used to the sights and sounds and smells of the vehicle. And as long as we never ever pose a threat to these animals when we come across them, there is no reason for them to run away, because their history often dictates. There we go, rhino on our right. We'll just pull the vehicle a bit. Still enough daylight to be able to view them. And put a spotlight. It's not completely dark, so this is will be okay. Just gonna put the vehicle to the front like that. Is that okay?
It's alright.
How's the light? There we
Head a
go.
little bit to the left.
My head to the left. A crash of two. It looks like it's been this same adult male with a young female. Seem to be hanging around cheetah cut line at the moment. Wow, what a drive that's occurring. Afke, you have become our lucky, what do you call it? A lucky charm. Our lucky charm.
Good.
Do you want to come on every one of my drives?
Oh yeah.
Don't work in final control, just come on the drives. No, it's been we've been very fortunate, folks. This is for Karula to have been, all these animals have been in the east, and we were just lucky enough that we managed to be in the east when all of them were sighted. So very fortunate, and this is how safari goes. Sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. Notice there are white rhino, of course, with the heads down in the grass, busy feeding. One of the major things with black rhino, of course, they prefer the more vegetated areas, being browsers. You won't see them with the head down. They do not have large enough heads. We go to the one on the right.
Yes.
Won't be shining directly in their eyes. You'll see I'll shine the light just towards their rear end. Although rhino's eyesight is very poor, very poor. Certainly shining a light in it, you don't need poor eyesight to get blinded from a bright light. We need to find that elephant bull, hey? Before it gets dark.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to find it in the dark. I wonder if these are the rhinos that when we went along Hippo Pools Road, drove over an area that some rhino had been lying down. I wonder if these are the rhinos. They seem to be occurring along here, moving across west onto Western Gowrie, and then east and feeding in these areas. They will need water, which is that Gowrie pan. Shall I move forward for you?
Yes, please.
Let's move a bit forward for him so we can get you guys to see. Just move in front of them. See if they come. Just pull the vehicle to the side. We settle a bit from the light.
Yeah, so I'm gonna summer here with something. Otherwise, shear them.
Just want to wait for them to come just towards the front of the vehicle. All right. Are you okay there, Hugh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it is getting quite dark, and it starts getting to a stage where with rhino, remember we do not shine on them in the dark, so we're going to have to leave them and let them relax a little bit. Okay. Leaving these two in Corn Bay, slowly feeding in a north-easterly direction, still visible from Cheetah Cutline. Pull off here while Greg goes ahead of us. I want to look at this beautiful sky, see if you can get those colours there. Just through that gap. Try and describe this shading as it goes down from above us to this dark blue, midnight blue colour. To coming down to a slight tangerine pink. Absolutely amazing coloration. A little bit of sunlight left in this day today. Alrighty. Nice just to stop for a bit in this hectic drive we're having here. Folks, just to let you know, if we do happen to come across sort of the lions or anything like that, and it is close to the end of drive, we will stay out for another half an hour or so and extend it into the evening. Of course, if there's not much out, then we'll close normal time. But as from now, we are on our way to have a look and see if those lions are going to come close to the road. So we'll stay out as long as we get there and we look around. We may get to see them, we may not. Currently they are still just north of the road, not too far. How far? But that crash of two currently just around the pipeline. They're just east of Cheetah Cut Line, still visible from Cheetah Cut Line. Buffalo. I'm going to head along Buffalo Cut Line, see if those Ngunyam decide to head south a little bit.
Okay, I'm also going to make my way slowly to that area. Apparently in Makulusha is I'm going to take a time to hopefully they'll cut out a little bit further south of that.
Probably that. Wow, that's the sight. Just to have a look, the buffalo are still here on the fire break. But shall I shine on immediately here?
Having crossed that one yet, you know the one north of Beverly Sukdam, they haven't yet. But if they do, then I'm sure either south or west.
You can just see the Drakensberg Mountains in the background. And these reflecting eyes from the buffalo in the foreground. Coloration, beautiful.
Make my way to that area, never scratch around. Maybe I'll work my way towards Sass's Dam, Karamanzi, to go around that side.
Very dark.
Is it? Okay, I'm sure. Alright. Bypassing that Makulu Slavinyati, crossing over Cheetah Cut Line now from the fire break in the corner with Buffalo Cut Line. That's perfect. Oh, they're right, thanks. Good. Wow, okay, this is why we don't do the Buffalo Cut Line this time. Gee whiz. Wow. Oh, there. Sure. It's a highway. All the buffalo here still. Just the smell in the air of buffalo droppings. Remember folks, we're still live. This is Safari TV. My name is Jared. Herman on camera, Mark in final control. And we are bringing you a Safari live. Email your questions through at finalcontrol@safari.tv and we'll answer them, hopefully, to the best of our ability. Hi there, Ellen. Ellen's got a good question asking would we be in danger if Karula, for instance, hadn't eaten for a very long time and she was hunting, and if we'd gotten away, would she obviously show a bit of aggression? Ellen, I would hope that in a situation where she would be hunting and you would see that she's quite hungry, you're not going to get in her way. And I believe that if you do get in her way, then you deserve the aggression you get. So as a guide, if you ever get in her way, you're always taught and you learn that animals in hunting, you stay back. You never ever interfere, because in the past it's happened where guides were, I remember the story of a guide was following a pride of lions hunting a giraffe, and they were right in the middle of it, and the giraffe turned, ran towards the car, and in the major panic and issue, the giraffe hit the vehicle, fell over and killed the tracker. So this is sort of quite a severe case of a really hard lesson learnt, that when animals are hunting, whether it be a small female leopard or a pride of lions or even jackals, you do not want to get in between all of this, because once you've got stampeding animals running away from whatever it is, you have the potential to be in danger. So certainly as a guide you would look for this. Whether you would get it from someone like Karula, I don't think so. She'll probably just move around and carry on. But I do believe a pride of lions or what have you, hunting, not a good idea. Not from an aggressive point of view, just from you don't want to get in the way of a charging animal. So I think this is where the lions are here. There's no ways we're going to get in this. Hi there, Ellie. You see, that's where the lions are. Ellie from Maine is asking, the white on the backs of the tail as well, the ears, with the females having them, do the males have them? Yes, all leopards have this markation. Lions have it too, but they do not have the white, they have the black tip. Let me just radio here. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, we're taking up with Tin Dam, Yellow Betty.
Yeah, go.
I left $30 further west from here. We've got time now. That's the way they will be seeing wind still. You know that Kovan, north of 76 airplane, before that they haven't spoke yet, but there were a lot of plans there. If they get mobile south, maybe they'll go drink there. 70%.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, as long as they're Lala, we're not going to be able to toll it, but how far from Ndlela are they?
About 150 meters.
Oh, yeah.
North of the airplane.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, that's a bit far for us, but thanks a lot. Okay, so apparently the lions were in that drainage line we were sitting in earlier with those buffalo, and they are about 150 meters in, so that's not going to be possible for us to view them, folks. Sorry about that. We'll slowly make our way back after a very successful drive, I think. Hi there, Diane. Diane's just inquiring, what is that language? myself and Mark and all of us speak. We don't speak English to the other guides. We speak Shangaan or Shitsonga, and it's the language that the tribe in this area is native to. Shangaan generally. The real official is Shitsonga. Wow, feel this temperature drop down in the bottom here. Wow, the more dense, cool air sits in the valleys here, and as we go through, incredible cold temperature. So yes, that is the language. Generally, as a guide, it would be wise to learn the language in your area, just so that you can get by and understand. I know a lot of reserves use the language in that area to be able to speak and not have the guests understand. And this is not because they want to be spiteful or anything. It's because if I'm driving and we find a leopard here, and someone on the opposite end of Western Gari, if I speak in English and his guests are English and they hear, oh, we found a leopard, they don't know the reserve, so they don't know that it's going to take 2 hours and driving like a maniac just to get you. So instead of having your guests be disappointed, rather than that they don't even know that there's a possible leopard that's so far away, so we speak Shangaan, or if you're down in Natal, Zulu or Pedi or wherever it is, and no guests are the wiser. So there we go. Wow, this temperature is cold. You guys warm enough? I've got a pair of gloves if you need them. Afke, you used to the cold temperatures? You're okay? I know up there where you come from, Peacepan gets quite cold. It's very cold. Right, the closing minutes of safari. See if we can spot some nocturnal life. Genets, civets, servals. Haven't seen a serval yet here. Well, everything was in the east this afternoon. quicker to get there. We're at the end, then you said that because you have a Land Rover. Yeah, if you know how to use it, I've seen ignorant people get in a Land Rover and get stuck after the first tunnel in the road. Then you get Land Rovers, like there's a white one back at camp, I don't know if you've seen it. That thing is, oh my word. Alright, Amanda sent a question asking, how do these animals here get the human names? Well, generally when these animals first get seen, it's generally, for instance, like the prides of lion or leopard in the area. We don't name buffalo herds or elephant herds or elephant, unless it's a particular single individual that has got something unique. I know there was an elephant a couple of years ago called Wonky Tusk. It was a Wonky Tusk. Just Wonky. They had a very skewed tusk and things like that. Karula, obviously meaning something else in the native language here. So, and it all depends on what is observed initially in the beginning of that animal's life. Mishu and Nduna getting their name from possibly something that happened at that stage. Mafufunyan, for instance, the male leopard. Mafufunyan means a little bit crazy or mad, and possibly when he was young, he sort of, people viewed him as, and he did a few crazy things. So it's generally the first people that get to see that animal generally not have the rights, but will generally give it the name from something that they observe. And apparently Amanda's cat, when she saw the leopard on the screen, apparently the cat hissed at the screen. So look at that, eh? Him and making his comment there. Wow, the temperature is dropping. Thank you. Alright, last 3 minutes of drive. We are approaching, we're on Gari Katlan, approaching Central Road, and we'll end off, if we can get to the dam in 3 minutes, I don't know. If we can't, we'll just close down on Central Road, yeah. Wow, it's cold. Hi there, Deb. Deb's heard that we are slowly but surely, the vehicle that we're in is called Ganda, which means tractor. And in Zulu we call it Ganda Ganda. Tractor, I suppose, maybe because of the diesel sound. I don't know who came up with that. Just got... What's that?
Because it's a strong machine that can get you anywhere.
There we go. Afke is giving us her version, her rendition, saying it's a strong machine that it can get us anywhere. As I said earlier, it certainly